Here at home, Kallie Ketchersid got back in the show ring this morning. You may remember her as the Ropesville teen who was seriously injured in a crash last March. Now she's healed enough to get back to doing what she loves. KCBD News Channel 11's Patricia Perry tells us about her accomplishment and who helped her along the way.
Kallie is my role model. She's just such a superstar and so good to look up to. You are my inspiration, Kallie. I love you.
Her friends call her an inspiration. She calls it determination.
I'm so determined to get back to where I was.
Kallie Ketchersid was airlifted from the scene of a car crash back in March. She's healing from a stroke, fractured pelvis, and a broken jaw. 10 months later, she's showing sheep and pigs at the Ropes Livestock Show, which she calls a second home.
This is something I've always done since the 3rd grade. And no matter what, I always have my pigs in the barn and my sheep in the barn. And it's good. It's a good release just to be there with them.
She's never asked, what if I can't? Or how am I going to? It's just, this is what I'm going to do.
Kallie says it is a little different this year because her physical endurance is not like it was. So she had her brothers in the ring alongside her.
My brothers have been a big part, and my parents, of helping me get back because I can't do all that I could last year. So them really stepping up and helping has been awesome.
She's thanking Moody Neuro Rehabilitation Institute.
They are a big part of why I'm here today. I had a walker in August, and they got me through a cane.
And she says faith got her back in the show barn.
I couldn't do it at all without this community and God, for sure. Like, God is the reason that I'm here today, and I will give my testimony till the day that I die.
Each night we just lay everything at the feet of Jesus and take one day at a time.
I asked Kallie if she was nervous to get back in the ring.
Here's the thing, I never get nervous, I never have. So I'm just going to go out there and do the best that I can, and if it is a rodeo, then it is a rodeo. And I'm going to tell you, it probably will be a rodeo.
Defying her own odds, Kallie still won a prize for showing her sheep. Patricia Perry, KCBD News Channel 11.